right, everyone, this is Tim. This is your Giant Straight Talk coming back at you because you want to know why? Because if we don't make any videos, there's really no sense being on YouTube. Wanted to talk about the rookies a little bit here because of the fact that the Giants offseason, the dichotomy of the Giants offseason is kind of interesting. You have some lower end free agents that you brought in at, close to veteran minimum deals. You got a couple other guys that you brought in. You paid a little bit for. You got a Bobby Okereke, good off the ball linebacker, but you know what? We might have overpaid for him a little bit. You went out and got the Walla Waller. So you've made some moves. You've tried. Shane has tried to upgrade the roster with the limited amount of cap space he's had, but he is relying on the draft. And that's the way it should be. You should rely on the draft. You should rely on the draft to bring in this talent. Now, I always like to do a little bit of a show where we kind of grade the rookies. Not really grade the rookies. We kind of talk to see, I think to myself, who is going to be most important to this team? Who has the potential to be a disappointment? Who has potential to be a Pro Bowler? Who has the potential to be a stud? Now, some of these answers may surprise you because a lot of people are going to be like, well, Tim, you didn't like this guy. It's not that I don't like the guys. I just point things out. Sometimes you point things out. That's just what you do. You make observations. Doesn't mean you don't like someone, just means you're making an observation. So I had to pull up the list here. And the first one I'm going to go with is going to be the easy one. We're going to start off and we're going to go with... Sorry about that. That's just the fans just cheering me on. We're going to go with... Oh, jeez. My soundboard's working all overtime, but we're going to go with the stud. And that's what we're going to go with. The stud is going to be an easy one right off the bat. Now, like I said, it's not a sexy pick. It's a second-round pick. But you figure John Michael Schmidt is probably going to be the stud of this draft. He is a guy that's going to probably be a day one starter. He's a guy that's going to come in and facilitate this offensive line, help the cohesiveness, and make it gel. That's what you hope. And moving forward, he has a Herculean task to do this. And we drafted him 57th overall for a reason. Because the Giants feel that his strength is going to be his stability. I've said this before. Do I think he was the best center on the draft? No, I do not. But does he fit the Giants scheme well? Yes. And a rookie center coming in is going to have his hiccups. He's going to have his ups and downs. He's going to have his issues. But I think he is going to solidify the line. I do think that he may have some issues early on, but I think by week 15, getting towards those, getting towards the dog days and heading out into the winter, getting towards the playoff March, that the Jingleheimer Schmidt is going to come through in the clutch and be that linchpin for the New York Giants offensive line. We're going to go the next one. We are going to go with the disappointment. And the disappointment doesn't mean they're going to have a bad season. It doesn't mean it's going to be a failure, but it's just not going to be what people expect. And a lot of people aren't going to be shocked, but I'm going with Mr. Banks as the disappointment. Number 24th overall. And I've said this a million times before. Outside of the quarterback position, the other position that I feel is the most difficult to learn in the NFL, in the NFL, and to excel is going to be the cornerback position. And Mr. Banks is going to be asked to step in and man that CB2 position. We've seen a lot of giant corners come in and try to play as a rookie and flame out. Is Mr. Banks was he the best corner in this draft? No. But was he the best corner for the Giants and Wink system? 100%. He was a system fit. He is an organizational fit, both on and off the field. But the problem is you're looking to have him come in and play a Herculean part to this defense. And he is going to be tested. He is going to be gone after. They are going to shy away from Adoree Jackson, and they are going to go the other side of the field and attack Mr. Banks. And I think he is going to have some trouble. I think he's going to have some trouble maybe through all the way up to the midway point, probably maybe the middle of the season itself, because he is going to be attacked. He is going to be picked on. He is going to have to pick up these things quickly. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to have a good season. I'm not saying he's not going to play well, but I'm thinking for some people, he'll be a little bit of a disappointment if he comes in and doesn't make that immediate impact. Now, this is a guy you got to remember. Only, I believe, had 2 career interceptions at Maryland. So he's not going to be that ball hawk. He's not going to be, he's not going to be that guy that's going to come in and, and steal the show. And like I said, I think he's going to be attacked. I think he's going to be picked on. I'm not saying he's not going to have a good season, but I think some people are going to have higher expectations, and I think the expectations need to be tempered a little bit because of the fact that you are asking this kid to come in and really step up and play. And I think he will, and I think he's going to be a good pro, but I do think he's going to have a little bit of trouble coming into the season. We're also going to go into now the practice squatters. The practice squatters are pretty easy. Anyone that's a rookie undrafted free agent, more than likely is going to be on the. I don't even have to give names. Is more likely going to be on the practice squad, or they're just not going to be on the team. I mean, that's just the way it is, and that's just the way it is, and simply put. But if you had to, I mean, if I'm picking a guy that was drafted, though, I'm thinking Trey Hawkins is going to be on the practice squad. I think he's a long-term developmental player. I think he's 6. I mean, he's 6. He reminds me of Mike Haynes and Mark Haynes, the brothers Haynes. You know, Mark, who played for the Giants back in 2 Pro Bowl seasons back in '82 and '83. I think he's good. He's an elite athlete, and I think he could be. You know what? It scares me because he's a little Matt from Connecticut. That's what he reminds me of a little bit. But I think he is. If you're looking for a practice squad, or you're looking for the guys that are going to be on the draft scenario, I think he is probably going to definitely be headed to the practice squad. We have 2 big surprises. I think we have 2 surprises here, and I think 2 of them are good. One of them is going to be interesting because a lot of people are going to be like, "Well, again, this is another guy you don't like." I think the running back Eric Gray, the 5th rounder, 172nd overall, is going to be a surprise. And I think especially if Saquon holds out, he is going to come in and he is going to have to play a pivotal role. He is going to have to be a passing down specialist. He potentially has to be a punt returner or a kick returner. Like I said, he is a guy that I don't think he has starting qualities as an NFL running back, but I think he is a guy that can come in and be that second bell cow. I think he could do that. I think he could be the backup, but I think he is going to surprise and come in, and I think he's going to make an impact early. I don't know if it's going to be sustainable, but I think if Saquon Barkley is not in this lineup, Eric Gray is going to come in and make an impact. Now, I actually have 2 guys I think is going to be a surprise, because I actually think Jordan Riley, late day 3 pick, he is a space-eating nose tackle. He's shown flashes. He is a guy that can push into the pocket. Is he a huge pass rusher? No. But like I said, he is a guy that he is just a big guy. He is a rotational guy, and I actually think he is going to make the roster. So let's just keep an eye out for that. We're also going to go into the Home Depoters. The Home Depoters are going to be anyone again. It's going to be anyone on the practice squad. Now, anyone that is an undrafted rookie free agent is going to be part of the Home Depot team. It's not a knock because I couldn't even make the Home Depot team. But I think that's where we're going to go with that. And finally, we're going to go with the Pro Bowlers. I'm not seeing any Pro Bowlers out of the rookie class. I really don't. But I do have a feeling that you're going to get some quality guys. I have a feeling that Jalen Hyatt's going to... I know he wasn't mentioned, but I do think he's going to play a pivotal role in the passing game. I've said this before. If Jalen catches only 30 balls but averages 15 to 16 yards a catch, I think that's a successful rookie season, even if he has like 2 or 3 touchdowns, because I don't think the Giants are still going to pin their hopes on the passing game. I still think the Giants are going to be ground and pound, a lunch pail team, and try to play good defense. But I think if we take a look at this, there's not going to be any Pro Bowlers. But like I said, there is going to be quality stars. You hope that if you take a look at the Giants draft, you hope the top 4 guys turn around and make some kind of contribution to this team. And I think there's an opportunity that they will. Don't forget, we got the big stream on Sunday. We got Sunday Giant with R0B Rob. So make sure you're there for there, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And again, this is Tim. This is New York Giants Straight Talk. And I'm out of here.